It cut me off. Can you believe that? That was my bad. I pushed the button. For the record, 1028 or 1028. I've only been hit in the head like 5 times really hard. October 8th, 2025, 6:23. Captain's log continued. Yeah, I've been hit in the head 5 times. Concussions, it's true. But yeah, no, the chicken, it's real easy. Because I've been asked this by 3 friends now. So in case you're wondering too. Olive oil, especially extra virgin olive oil, because it's the best. Italian seasoning blend. I usually do Italian seasoning blend and then some extra oregano as well, because the properties in oregano are really good for the body. Kind of make a soup in the bag. A soup! Throw your chicken in there, or your pork chops, or whatever you're thinking about doing. I mean, you could do beef too, I guess. Zip the bag. I usually get the 2.5 gallon bags from Dollar Tree, which are great if you're doing a big amount, because those things are huge. If you know what a gallon bag is, this is 2.5 times the size. I was able to put 15 or 16 impressive drumsticks in there and still had room to move around. Thought Tanner was trying to get my attention. Nope, just Scrappy being a fool. Alright. Shake it up. Make sure you got a good coat going on. Pull them out, put them in the pan. And then I took, I think, like 8 potatoes. Cut them up into good sized nuggets. Put them in there. Shook it up with what was left. Pulled them out, put them in the pan. Baked 350 for about an hour. The chicken legs were almost frozen-ish, so I did go a little bit more than an hour. I think I did like an hour and 20 minutes. And yummy. Pretty good for you too, really. A lot of good quality going on there. Our new arrival did come. I got some packages too, but this, oh man, it's having a problem with the red joystick. And I've talked to the technician. I'm supposed to call him. I'm supposed to map everything out. Yeah. But the technician there was like, it's not unusual for something to bounce loose, or a little bit loose or whatnot in travel, because it came from Missouri. I'm in Florida. So it was on the truck for a few minutes. So he said, you know, play some games, figure out what doesn't work. Being told I have to play some games. Graph out the control panel on a piece of paper, draw the buttons and the joysticks, and then basically diagram what isn't working correctly. Then call me back and I'll walk you through what we can do to try and get it working. So, luckily, because otherwise I would be all manner of cranky. I could make it work with another color, but the yellow joystick and button seems to be working okay, so I have played a little bit of Gauntlet and Gauntlet 2. I've been pretty good. I've been getting stuff done too, but I've played a little bit of Gauntlet here and there. Full disclosure. Hey, Tanner. Can you move? Scrappy. Scrappy Acorn. Let me get through, please. Boy. Thank you. We were wondering about you, sir. Come on. You're not dragging a rabbit, so I'm guessing you all got away? All 6 of them? You gotta go this way now. I have a cookie waiting for you over there, but I can't go through you. Okay. Kids. Scrappy, you already had yours, sir. Go. You already had yours. There you go. One per customer. You know you're going to get stuff from me later, too, so I won't hear it. Yeah. But yeah, if the yellow hadn't been working right, I might have cried. Could happen. But the red, the joystick is 1 or 3 it's a, standard 8 directional joystick, whatnot. The red, there were like 3, like one side kind of thing that wasn't really working right. One of the games on there is a game that I used to play in arcades. I shouldn't say arcades plural, because I think the only place that actually had it was Chuck E. Cheese. And this is before Chuck E. Cheese was nothing more than like little kid games that spit out tickets. Once upon a time, it was an actual like full-on arcade. But Popeye, which I'm not necessarily like a Popeye cartoon fanatic or anything like that, but the video game's a lot of fun. And I noticed that I wasn't really able to go left all that well, and down was Moody. We'll go with Moody. So the red joystick's got some kind of an issue. Maybe it popped on one side. I don't know. I told the tech, I'm like, I'm not a technician. So, gnat flying around my coffee. This is actually Cameron's Sea Salt Caramel. I get them off of Amazon every now and then. It's a big, like 14-ounce bag. They're like $15 or whatnot. It's really yummy. Really yummy. Cameron. Cameron, apostrophe S. And yeah, we're feeling a little Bugs Bunny action today. But a couple of the other buttons here and there are a little finicky. So, I did not call them in Karen. I called them and said, hey, what do I do? Because I know I need to get the Zybots machine shopped at some point. A couple of the joystick things, because the joysticks on those are pretty cool. It's actually got a pivot thing where you can like turn directional, but that makes them a little bit more things that can break, I guess would be a way to put it. So I know at some point I'm going to need to get that shopped, because it's starting to tell us no a little bit here and there. Now I talked to the guys there. I'm like, I need to get this shopped. Do I need to get this shopped? It seems kind of stupid considering I just got it from you guys. They're like, no, just map it out like I said, and we'll walk you through. You may have to take the top control panel off, but it should be pretty easy to get everything running right. Like, okay. If not. But my kid and I played a couple of the games that are on there. There's some... Didn't play any X-Men, but X-Men's on there. Turtles is on there. I think Simpsons was on there. A lot of the games that are 4-player games that I figured would probably be on there. And some that I totally forgot existed. Captain America and the Avengers was on there. Bad Dudes is on there, which I didn't pull it up to look at it because I'm just like, please God, no. Yeah. RoboCop is on there. Goonies is on there. Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom is on there, which is fantastic. I haven't played it yet. I used to play that actually at Busch Gardens at the Sultan Arcade, and I got good enough to where I would do... the game was set up, I think, with like 1 quarter would get you 3 lives, 2 quarters would get you 7 lives, and I could do 2 quarters and actually flip it. I'd be there an hour, and I'd basically beat the game and it would restart. It was a thing. But yeah, it was like an hour-long game. I don't know that I can still do that, because some of it's very patterned, so I'd have to remember, where all the kids are that you've got to free, the mine cart pattern. It's all a thing. And that joystick's got to be top notch, because especially when you get to this, so it'll show you that I know what I'm talking about. When you get to the bridge and you're facing up with Mola Ram, if your joystick isn't crisp movement wise, you're gonna die. It's gonna happen. He will throw stuff at you and he will get hit in the head. It's just gonna happen. But yeah, there's a lot to discover on the game. Exactly. One of the things that did make me laugh. Alright. So Pix is very much kind of that whole, 3 video games, that's the entire dining room, which it isn't. Need to, as long as we're paying the bills, I don't mind so much, but, control yourself. And as I've said repeatedly, that's my red Corvette. If we're talking about midlife crisis stuff, that's as far as I'm going to go with the moment. A lot more money frees up whatnot. Okay, I'm getting a pinball or two. But for now, that'll keep me under control. Probably. But she came over and she was eating a bowl of cereal. Basically, your view, I got Gauntlet over my shoulder over here. You can see Zybots or whatnot, but they're all on that wall there. And I see her looking up at it. And I was busy doing something and I heard her fidgeting around over there. I look over and she's at the control, kind of looking it over. I'm like, you want to play? And she's like, well, I'm not sure how to do this, because it's a multi-cade, you said, and I don't know what buttons do what. Because there's like a menu button and a select game button and stuff like that. It's not a standard issue Gauntlet machine, like you'd see in the arcades. So I went ahead and started it up for her, and she played for a few minutes. She played through a couple dollars in quarters. So the judgment's not real severe from this one, but I knew it wouldn't be. And that's the whole thing. We're trying to thrive, not survive. We're trying to move forward in our lives, dig through the very large debris pile, and also not go insane, And with everything going on, it would be real easy to go insane. We're trying not to. I'm not sure what this is. Hopefully it's nothing embarrassing. Change that blade out pretty soon. Really soon. What are you? One of the Doctor Who figures? No, 2 of the Doctor Who figures. Okay. Well, that's why it's weird. Bubble wrap that you rubber banded. Well, that's a good way to keep it contained, I guess. Okay, cool. Oh, okay. So, this is... I got an Auton, which are these plastic people. And, and he's one of the ones with the hand weapon thingy, which is cool. Is it actually... Nope, it's stuck that position. Okay. Right. This plastic bag is confusing me. Still, my only complaint with Character Options, the company that makes Doctor Who figures, is no holes in the feet. Pretty sure that was cat shenanigans. So, they've got a thing where they're basically the fingers flip down, and they has ray gun kind of thing. Essentially, they're a plastic. It's a creature that's able to bond with plastic. And as such, mannequins are great. They love mannequins. They're wonderfully creepy because not only does, the bang bang, hurt, like kill you hurt, but also, I keep using words that I'm probably going to get banned for, but whatever. Um, Describing Doctor Who episodes. Because they're pretty much mannequins, there's a. This is one of the things that creeps people out about, like Michael Myers, is it's human but not human. There's a blankness to it, emotionless. The devil's eyes. It has that going on. So you see an army of these going down the street, and you just kind of yeah. So they're fun. But I've got 2 Autons on order, so one of them came in, and this should be my Barusa, who is a Gallifreyan Time Lord. He's in several episodes. I really love him from Invasion of Time. Because he and Tom Baker, they go back and forth, very sporty. 2 very smart people sparring with each other. He's just a neat character, in my opinion. And very posh, Gallifreyan Time Lord robe action going on. So I don't think I have the narrator figure which was Timothy Dalton, actually, as a Time Lord. I have that one. I don't know that I have any other obviously I have the Doctor and Romana and stuff like that, but I don't think I have any other Time Lords in like the full-on Gallifreyan regalia. So this is pretty cool. Now that robe is very... He does have legs that move, but the robe is like very restrictive. But I don't know that in real life you could actually like run in that anyway, so it's very stuffy and formal. That is moderately the hood is moderately transparent, which is kind of neat. It's pretty cool. But yeah, Barusa is a hoot. Absolutely takes Tom Baker's Doctor to task. Witty repartee. Put you in there. I'll put you guys in my Doctor Who box. Again, I'm grabbing figures that I know I don't have, that I actually want. There's a bunch out there that I don't care. I don't need... I think they've done like 3 different Donna Nobles. Again, initially I didn't like Donna at all, but as she went on, I began to like her, and her end story made her, really cool, to where I actually like her now. But initially I just wanted her off the TARDIS. A little too whiny, I think they've done 3 Donna Noble figures. I have 1. I don't need 3. I got 1. I do have pretty much all the different K9s, but that's different because they're very different to me. Like Leela, they've done... I think they may have actually done 3 figures. I know they did a Face of Evil. They did an Invasion of Time episode figure, which that's the Leela that I do have. That was a 2-pack with the Centauran commander. And I saw a listing somewhere else where it was if you don't watch Doctor Who, this means nothing to you, and I understand that. Image of the Fandal. And if that's the case, they actually did 3 different Leelas. I have the 1. Now, I wouldn't mind, and I don't know that they've done this. This would be something to actually look up. So I'm not sure. If they did a non-hunter costume one, like from Horror Fang Rock or Talons of Wing Chiang. If they did like Victorian garb or something like that in one of them. The dinner scene in Talons of Wing Chiang is just hilarious to me. Because I think he's like a professor or something. He's educated in Victorian England. Has dinner kind of laid out when things go sideways, and the doctor runs off, and it's just him and Leela at his home. I'm not sure what to call it. He's like, "Oh, I have food. Let's eat." And Leela, because it's Leela, walks over, grabs like a giant, like, shank of beef or something, and just is like, "Oh, good." And Professor is like, "Would you like a fork?" "No, I'm good," you know. And he actually picks up like a turkey drumstick and tentatively eats it that way too. It was good. She was a very good influence on him there. You don't have to always have your pinky out. It's okay just to go full barbarian when you're eating good food. It's okay. I think. What are you? Let's find out. That's why it's one of the post office boxes that you rewrapped. I'm not sure. Bracing it against my hand so it has nowhere to slip. I'm not completely stupid. Oh, okay. I know what you are. Alright, so the other day I opened up the Gremlins figures. And sadness. I got two of the same one. I haven't listed the other one yet. I'm going to resell that. But I was looking online to see what do they go for. And they go for about $10-15 even open. Because some people are looking for specific ones to get their set and whatnot. So probably just going to ask $10. I'm not going to, like, you know, gouge the market and go for 20. While I was looking, I found that there was another set of Gremlins figures that came out. I'll look at the date here because it's not positive. I'm going to throw down some BS as I'm talking to you. Oh, they're cute. Okay, cool. I think this was by Jazzwares. They are Gremlins minifigures. These are cute. Got mint marks on you anywhere? No. That's weird. That's real weird. That's real weird. Normally you guys would have something going on. Okay. So they did a minifigure set, and I'd have to look it up again. These are cool. These are cool. They're small, a little bit smaller than I thought they were. But I want to say these were by Jazzwares. And a guy had a whole bunch of these listed for, I think I paid like $25 for it. There's like 26 things here. But like a whole bunch of little Mogwai and Gremlins. Including the furry cocoon thing, which is funny as hell to me. And I think it had two of these. Yeah, two of these. Like, these are plastic. That's actually fuzzy. But two, like, egg pods as well. But big old bag full of fun over here. Got some Christmas action going on. These are cool. I know there are some hey, Hex. I know there are some doubles in here. So I'll probably go through and resell the doubles. Okay, that's interesting. It's electric, looks like. Oh god, that's hilarious. Ready for the runway in Milan. These are cool. Yeah, I think I paid 25 or 26 for the whole bunch. That's fantastic. The detail on these is actually pretty cool. But yeah, based on my thumb, that's an inch to an inch and a half tall. They're little guys. I mean, compared to the minifig from Five Below. Big difference in scale. Sorry about that. Sorry. These are nice. I'm very happy with that. No idea what I'm doing with them yet, but from a diorama standpoint, there's a lot of possibilities. Yeah, that's fabulous. That's fabulous. And I got... There's... I think when I added it up, there were like 16 Gremlins and like 8 Mogwai. So there's a lot to work with from a diorama standpoint. There's a pretty wide assortment of Mogwai going on. Yeah, there's a lot here to play with. And play with it I shall. And for a little 1-inch figure, it's not the craziest sculpt in the world. It's not something that has to be so precise. You know, it's not. But I have seen companies mess up simple things. It can be done. They did pretty good on this. This is nice. I mean, if you're not sure, pick up a couple pounds of generic Army Men. Simple enough. But some companies will make horrible mistakes with that. Yeah, these are good. And I mean, even the eyes are painted too, which sometimes with smaller figures, that'll get ignored. It's pretty good. You know, is it detailed to the point where some of the people I know do their Warhammer figures? Well, no. No. I can't count individual eyelashes. Exaggerating a little bit, but am I? Yeah, no, these are cool. I'm glad I did it. I felt like that more than once. Pretty sure his eyes are supposed to be that way. This guy has also had 5 concussions. I feel you, brother. I feel you. But you may be my favorite just because of that. I understand you. Yeah, it's like a skeleton one. I'm not sure what the deal is on that. I've got two of these. I'm not sure what the deal is on that. I haven't watched Gremlins 2 in a very long time on purpose. And the last time I watched the original Gremlins was probably a couple years ago. I'm not sure. Not sure what the deal is on that. You know, if it's a direct reference to something from a movie, or I know they did some animated stuff too. I'm not sure. I like Mr. Concussion though. He tickles me. Look at that. That's a gremlin that got hit with a baseball bat once or twice. You got a ridiculous comb over going on too. It's kind of fun. I get you, dude. All right. It's legit. It's like a baby triple. All right, I'm gonna call it there. Make it a great day.